I'll log into CAPE. 2019 CAPE. I'll log in. Okay, so I'm using Center 03008. I'll use actually Jamaica Center, so I use 1076 so that you can see why I chose this center and this subject was because the candidates in this center have transfer options. So I want you to see what happens in those cases when they have transfer from the previous session. So you're going to SBA data capture. Now remember that the teacher would already have been assigned. So teacher assignment would already have been done. So you are doing SBA data capture. It will change to this screen and it will come to the assignment type detail screen. So you will select your center and then you will select the teacher. As I indicated, teacher assignment would already have been done and you select the subject. So in here, if it is that you wanted to do individual SBA where all the candidates might have done their own SBAs and not as a group, then you select individual SBA. If they would have done group SBA, you can select group SBA. So you also have the option to do group SBA and individual for one teacher. So you can have persons in the class who might have done group and they work together as a group and they did those subjects. So even if you select group SBA, you can have, we try to stick to 5 persons per group. So right now you can see you have number of unassigned candidates 10 and you select add a group. So then in here, once you select that, it will have a drop-down list and you can just select the candidates from that drop-down list. So you select them. As you select them, they will go into the file. So I'll select 5 persons having worked in a group. And save. So if you get any errors, you will see here because the candidates might have done or registered as transfer, they cannot be set in the group. So you will just simply remove that candidate and add another candidate and save. And the group is assigned. So if you want to edit this group, you simply select edit here. Or if you want to, if you have grouped them incorrectly, you can simply delete the group and then go again. So as you said, I have one group and then all the other candidates will be individually grouped. So those candidates that are being individually grouped, some of them chose to do their SBA on their own, and then the others are transfer candidates who might have done Unit 2 in 2018 and are doing Unit 1 in 2019. So remember, I'm using 2019 data, but the same rules would apply for 2020. So if they did Unit 2 in 2019 and they want to transfer their unit to 2020, then they can transfer. The same would apply for if a candidate would have done English A last year and wants to use the same SBA for English B this year, they would transfer to English B for 2020. So this is the screen that would apply once you have completed your groups. Here, you can choose to export this to Excel. So if you export it to Excel, I will show you what the Excel file will look like. So in the Excel file, just let me know if you can see the Excel file. Can you see it?
No, I'm not seeing it.
Not yet? Okay, so let me share the Excel. Excel, share. Tell me if you can see it now.
Yeah.
Right, so in the Excel file, you can actually sort the candidates by group. So you can sort them by group, or you can all select all group 1 and enter the candidates for group 1. The challenge with the Excel file is that you actually have to enter each score for each candidate in that group, or you can simply say copy it and it will tell you what the score can be between. And you can copy this because it's all one group and paste it, and that will be group 1 completed. You enter the rank for the candidates and the estimated grade for each candidate in that group. And then you can take off your filter and input the scores for the other candidates. Now, as you see here, the candidates that are grayed out, you would not be able to put in a score for them because they are transferring, so you don't have to input any information for them. Now, if a candidate like these here, but you still have to input a rank and a grade for those candidates, even though you don't have to input SBA scores. So just be mindful, you must input a rank and a grade for those candidates where you do not have to input SBA scores because they are transferring. So here, if for any reason a candidate did not complete any SBA, you will select ungraded for that candidate in the estimated grade. And in the no SBA column, it has to say yes. If you're doing it in the spreadsheet or if you're doing it online, the same rules apply. If you select the rank and grade for the candidate and the candidate has not submitted SBA, you will select ungraded, and then you will have to select yes in here and make sure that you save. Now, in order to, I'm not sure if you're seeing my screen. Are you seeing my screen? Share my screen. Right, okay. So in here,
okay.
Yes, you will still input the rank and the grade, and you select yes for no SBA. So if you can sort it by group. The good thing about the online system is that if you input your rank and your grade for this group, when you input the scores, it will input the scores for everyone in that group. So you won't actually have to copy and paste or type it as I typed it in the Excel spreadsheet. It will automatically input those scores. So if I select 10, you see that everyone in that group automatically gets the scores that were assigned. And as I said, in the system, you have to still input the rank and the grade for those candidates that you don't have to input scores for, because the system still expects those to be input. But they're transferring their marks, so no grade is required. No scores are required, sorry. So once you have completed all of that, and make sure that all the candidates have information you save, please be mindful not to key a 0 unless the candidate has actually gotten a 0. And you must ensure that all of the fields are filled out for everyone, because the system will automatically assign a 0 if you have not input any information. So always ensure that all the candidates have grades as or scores as they are supposed to. So once you have saved that information, it should say changes saved successfully, and you say okay.